Hey, this is Ian from EssentialTennis.com, and in today's video, I'm going to show you one of my favorite tools to help students get a feel for pronation in their service motion. Pronation is the rotating of your forearm from inside, watch my palm, to outside. There's a little bit of inward shoulder rotation in there as well, but the rotating inward of the forearm is something that a lot of players lack in their serve. Rather than having their racket come up on edge towards the ball and then turn to make contact and pronate, a lot of players kind of push at their serves. And it's a very, very weak motion. Not a lot of racket head speed, not a lot of spin or power. And it's just very much a, just get it in kind of motion rather than a snapping motion, which snapping to me refers more to pronation than it does, wrist movement. That's kind of another video for another time, which I've actually done in the past. I'll actually link to that at the end of this video. But long story short, this rotation of the forearm, this pronation, is actually the same kind of motion that's used to throw a good spiral with a football. This is something a lot of people don't realize, or they actually assume that it's the opposite. To get a football to spiral correctly, you might think that you want to slide your hands along the side of the ball as you release it and kind of curve your hand inwards to get the ball to spiral out towards its target. It's actually the opposite. To throw a good spiral, your hand is actually going to turn out to the side. Your forearm is going to pronate. And that's the opposite of what a lot of players think throwing a good spiral is like. And a lot of times when you see people at the park or wherever throwing a football back and forth, you'll see a throw that looks a lot like a lot of tennis players serve. You'll see them line up like this and just kind of push the ball forwards, and it doesn't have any spiral to it. Now, I'm going to link to two videos in the description of this video on YouTube. If you're watching on my website, you'll see it right below the video. If you're watching on YouTube, just click to view the description. One of the videos is a quick excerpt of Joe Montana talking about how to throw a correct spiral. And he talks about the rotation of the forearm and the hand out to the side. Now, if you're a right-handed player, it's like this, rotating your hand out to the right instead of coming around and in. There's also going to be a link to a super slow motion video of Drew Brees throwing, again, in super slow motion, nice detail of his hand, and you'll see that same motion, that same pronated motion. So if you have a weak serve, and if you know, and by the way, I always highly recommend you videotape yourself. If you know that you're not coming up on edge and instead you're going to this waiter tray position, and you know you're kind of pushing your serve in play, if you can practice with a football and learn how to throw a spiral, that, in my experience, can be a great teaching aid to learn how to finally extend up with the arm and shoulder and release and pronate with the hand and forearm instead of pushing forwards with that weak motion that is just not going to get you the results that you want. So check out those two videos in the description below. I kind of half expect there to be a lot of disagreement about this. I'm curious, actually. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Check out that video of Joe Montana and of Drew Brees, two of the best quarterbacks of all time, no doubt about that. But check out those videos. If you enjoyed this one, do me a favor and click like here on YouTube, and also subscribe to my channel on YouTube so that you don't miss out on any future lessons. Leave any comments or questions down below. With that, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time and your attention.